What's up, everybody? 1 week in the books. It's too much fantasy football. It's Brian, and look who I found. I found Brennan here, of course, after that crazy Sunday night football game we had. I had to bring him back. We got the crew back together. How you doing today, man?
Doing great, besides the fact that I have a colonoscopy tomorrow. So, I'm just, you know, cleaning out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who feels worse, you tomorrow or Derrick Henry today? That's gonna be a
Oh,
hard
it's
one.
for sure me. It's not even close.
What are you talking about? Derrick Henry dropping the game, that fumble. Wait, it was an epic game. 40-41 was the final for that one.
Scoregami. Yep.
Oh man, absolutely amazing. After we had so many unders on week one, that's what we deserved. Wrapped up the Sunday with a great game, folks. We're gonna go through all of the studs, the duds, talking about the great fantasy players. We're gonna talk about them so we don't overreact. Might be a slight overreaction here on a few players. I tend to do that from time to time, but we got Brendan here. Reel me in a little bit, you know. He's the fisherman around here.
Try.
I try. I guess we'll probably drop in the injuries as we get rocking and rolling, folks. If you're watching here on YouTube, like, subscribe, do that thing. If you're over on Apple, Spotify, you know there's stuff you can do. Help us out, folks. We got this rock and rolling. We want to bring you all the great content we possibly can. Dude, I haven't seen you since the first game, so let's start off with Cowboys Eagles. Like Jalen Hurts coming out there with 2 rushing touchdowns, quite the performance there. I mean, where do you want to start?
I'm going to start with sharing the screen, but no, I mean, it's crazy the fact that the game started with a crazy beginning of a little bit of hawk to action, because let's be honest here, your boy Javonte would not have that game if Jalen Carter was there.
Hey, guess we can't ever
I
prove that
know.
wrong, huh?
It's true. It's so crazy.
Yeah, Jalen
So
Carter's starting off showing he is not a classy fellow. He does not swallow. He's just spitting all over Dak Prescott. Got ejected within, what was it, 7 seconds of the game?
yeah, 7 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, Javonte Williams, man, wasn't the prettiest. 15 carries, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns, caught 2 of his 3 passes for 10 yards. It's exactly like it's what I figured we were going to be getting from him. You know, we've got the bet rolling on. I think he's going to be a top 24 running back at least through the first half of the season because they've got no one else. Like Miles Sanders, he completely outsnapped Miles Sanders. Jaden Blue, I get it, you love him, but he didn't play Thursday, and he's a third-round pick, man. We only can have so much expectation for him, right?
I mean, Miles Sanders, I think, screwed himself out of the backup job because of the fumble. I think Jaden Blue will be activated this week.
You think so?
Yeah, when
You
you
hope
watch
so.
that fumble, oh, I mean, yes, I really do hope so for my best ball stocks. But no, like when you watch Miles Sanders play, it wasn't anything special. So I think Jaden Blue will be activated this week.
I would imagine so. The snaps, I believe he only had 11 snaps. It wasn't very pretty for Miles Sanders. Javante got the bulk of the work there.
Yeah.
You know who didn't get any work though? AJ freaking Brown, man. What are we doing here? We're not overreacting, right? Didn't get a target until the very end of the game. 1 target, 1 catch, 8 yards.
I mean, someone pointed out the fact that this was his worst game since 2023 with when he had another catch just for 5 yards. Maybe the injury's still lingering. He's not 100% healthy. I guess on routes run open, he was this is his worst ever on being open. I think it's 5% on the routes run. I just think it's just a dead game, man. It's the first game of the year.
Divisional
Everyone has
game.
supposedly treating this game. Everyone says the first 2 games are kind of preseason games, so take it for what you are. I would not sell AJ Brown for Keon Coleman or anything like that. I
Would you kick the tires on acquiring him if you could?
on AJ Brown, yeah, I would
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
try. I would
If you
definitely try to go
guys,
buy the guys that did awful this week because historically AJ Brown's been a top 10 receiver at the worst. So yeah, I'm buying.
nice. CeeDee Lamb, he got it done. 7 for 13, 110 yards, no touchdown, but still brought some magic to you. George Pickens, uh, I got a problem here. Old boy should have had so many more points. He drew, what was it,
Pass interference.
two pass interference calls. Look, I think I'm gonna hang my hat there. Yeah, you didn't get the points you wanted. You're not getting what you expected fully, or at least week one. But the process was sound. The process was 100% sound. If the corner hadn't have cheap shot and pulled him back, he would have had that touchdown, that deep one. give you another 11, 12 points. So I'm going to still kick the tires. It's the Eagles defense. They're great, man.
Yeah, I think honestly, like for just both sides, wide receivers, like CeeDee Lamb left you a ton of points too. Like he had 4 drops
Mm-hmm.
that easily could have. I mean, what he had the line of 7 for 110. Honestly, had he not, there's 2 of those were just egregious drops. He could have easily had 9 catches for 150, 160, and your day would have been better. And same with Dak. Like Dak, I mean, you look at Dak's stat line, you're just like, that looks awful. But really, he actually played a really good game. It was not his fault.
I was very impressed with Dak. It wasn't exactly what you were hoping for as far as the stat line, but it gave me enough reason to believe that I'm still going to be rolling him out there in my single
Yeah, I
quarterback
am
leagues.
too, because the defense still looked bad.
Dallas Goddard, 7 targets, 7 catches, 44 yards. I think this has to do with just how the game rolled. I don't think this is going to be
Yeah,
consistent, so I'm not chasing that.
yeah, same here.
Cool. Ready for Brazil?
Let's go to Brazil.
Brazil! Wow, another. I mean, kind of shocker. Chargers played well, but I really thought the Chiefs were going to hold them off, take the win. But Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, both these guys absolutely crushed this week. Patrick Mahomes, look at you starting off week 1 with a top 12 performance. I love it, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, going forward though, he might have to do this every week because he lost. Folks, Xavier Worthy is going to be week to week. I know they said day to day, but it's more like week to week with a dislocated shoulder, and they're trying not to do surgery. I
This is
would lean on
surgery
the side.
season ending. Like this isn't a surgery.
Yeah,
He'll be back in 6 weeks. This would be season
yeah.
injury.
So again, it's 1 week down, 5 more to go for Rashee Rice to come back.
Yeah, I'm going to try and trade for Rashi Rice constantly for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, same here.
Uh,
Honestly, at this point, it's a no brainer because everyone's going to be spending either an immense amount of fab on Hollywood Brown or Juju and hoping that this is the premier target. When honestly, I think you should be kind of targeting Travis Kelce right now.
I'd agree. Or look, it's just going to sound crazy, but Brashard Smith. We didn't get any action from him in this game, but they were being talked about using him significantly in the passing game. It's exactly where they need help. Pacheco and Hunt, they did fine rushing. Both these teams really didn't get a lot on the ground, rocking and rolling. So I think I'd
I
chase Brashard Smith off the cheap and not spend any fab versus going to dump 50 fab on Hollywood.
Yeah, I think for the running backs, like they both had 5 carries, right? It's like 5. I think Pacheco did a little bit better. I think they were just down and they really couldn't start the running game, so they relied on Mahomes to kind of sit back and throw the football. Like I'm still playing Pacheco. Well, actually not next week because they play the Eagles. So you might be benching Pacheco for a couple weeks until they start to figure this out. To
You
be
might
honest
be
with you,
benching everybody but Patty and Kelsey for that
yes.
team. Patty, 6 carries, 57 yards on a touchdown. That is what is gonna propel him into QB1 talk significantly if he adds
Hmm.
some rushing repertoire to him. The other side, dude, what do we? All right, I want to talk about the receivers, but you need to help me with the Omari and Hampton here. We're not freaking. It's a
No,
rough defensive matchup.
yeah, the Chiefs D line is amazing. Like
But
I
I
mean,
wanted greatness.
I know, but I mean, I look at the line though. Like he had like what almost 99% of the carries. It was Najee Harris with 1 carry, and then the rest for Omari and Hampton. Like again, like it's a rookie, it's his first game, the jitters and all the other jazz. Like I expect this game. I still expect him to be like your RB2 where you draft him to be. I'm not concerned. I mean, he can go. We'll talk about another game with another rookie who was taken ahead of him, had a rough game too. So again, it's just jitters. I give it a couple weeks. He looked fine to me for the most part.
17 opportunities. That's what we're looking at here,
Yes,
folks. The
that's
first
all I
couple
care about.
weeks, you're going to see some dud points and stuff like that. It's all about the usage, and that's where it's at. Speaking of usage, Keenan Allen walked away with 10 targets, Lad McConkey 9, and QJ with 7. Now, granted, they threw it 34 times. It's probably about what we're going to see him throw, maybe a little less. Hopefully, like right in that like 28 to 30. It's probably what Harbaugh is looking for. But Lad McConkey, we were scared shitless to draft this guy all summer. And it looks like that might be the right way to be going because Keenan Allen's might be the absolutely steal of the draft if he's going to be putting up comparable numbers to Lad McConkey.
Well, I mean, QJ being wide receiver 1 this week, that was what we all
Psh,
expected, right?
that ain't happening. He's going to do that 2 more times this season. That's it.
No, I genuinely like. I think Keenan Allen's going to be a start every week for this team. I think he's going to be a featured weapon for Herbert. Herbert obviously has played with him before. He's targeted him heavily. I think he'll be honestly, like he runs routes really well. Like I think he's gonna get targeted more than Ladd. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the year if they're both healthy.
Yeah, I'm Keenan, one of my highest drafted players in redraft right now, and I'm jumping up and down.
Yep.
Let's go to the Falcons and the Buccaneers.
Yep.
Another nail biter. Came down to the final like few seconds. Michael Penix with the outstretched arm to score the touchdown. I mean, how'd you feel about Michael Penix? Went 27 for 42, nearly 300 yards, 21 rushing yards and a touchdown.
He did everything correct. I mean, I had a little bit of concerns because obviously when he started those like final 3 games, he kind of looked iffy, but like this game, he looked really poised. He looks like a NFL quarterback, and people forget that like in college he was like originally a mobile quarterback, and then he got injured a lot, and so like I don't think he'll. I think what he had 5 carries, looks like 6.
6 carries, 21 yards. Yeah.
I don't expect more than that in each game. I think that's honestly pretty high for him. I don't.
The
That's
21
not going to
yards
be.
sounds about right. The 6 carries,
Yeah,
I think that's the bit high. It's probably closer to 2 or 3
yeah,
rushes for 15, 20 yards.
yeah. But no, he looked great. I mean, and then Bijan looked great. He looked like he should have been the #1 overall pick after this week. But this is the only thing that was really disappointing, though, was Drake London. That was probably the
Yeah.
more disappointing thing. Obviously, he dropped the touchdown in the end zone. Other than that, though, I mean, the Falcons, besides Young Hoku missing the 40-yarder, and then did you see the press conference from Raheem Morris?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting press conference.
Yeah, London's something to keep an eye on. He did leave a little banged up there, so if for whatever
He's
reason,
day to day, though.
yeah, he's day to day. For whatever reason, if he does miss time, hopefully Mooney's back because that's what I'm really excited about. We had Washington run the most routes on the team, so maybe that's
A lot
something
of
there. But
cardio.
even in 12-team leagues, I don't think I'm going after either Ray McLeod or Washington. It's probably going to be a Pitts Mooney until London comes back. If
Yep,
we lose London,
I agree.
uh, are we panicking on Mike Evans? Is he going to be more of a flex play, just the boom bust opportunity? Because Emeka Ibuka stepped up, came out there, 6 targets, 4 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This guy looks legit.
Oh, dude. Like, I mean, I'm really upset we didn't talk about like a DraftKings episode because he was only $4,600. I had him in every single lineup.
Mm,
So much fun to see that.
yeah, I doubt we're gonna get that price the rest of the
Nope.
season.
It'll probably be like 5,500 this week or closer to 6,000. But no, I mean, I think Mike Evans is gonna be fine. I think again, it's week 1. Ibuka showed out. I mean, Baker clearly liked him a lot though. But you got to remember too, like McMillan's gonna come back. Godwin is going to come back at some point. Like I think there's going to be a lot of mouths to feed. I think it's just really more so on Baker. I mean, for the running backs though, Bucky, that touchdown really saved his day. And then nothing else out of the tight ends for the Buccaneers for me. But no, I think Mike Evans is. I think you're okay with Mike Evans.
Battle of Ohio. Let's check again. Another freaking nail biter. Dude, this one pissed me off probably than anything else. Zach Taylor, you're not a good head coach. You won the game. You should not have. You won by 1 point to freaking Cleveland, and they missed multiple kicks. Yeah, no.
I
That's
can't
not
even
how this
pronounce
game.
the Cleveland kicker's last name. It's like Smism or whatever. It's
Yeah, it was the
something
second
weird.
one they brought in too.
Yeah, it's something really
Like,
weird. But
I feel so bad for Kevin Stefanski, one of the best head coaches in the
I
league.
I don't feel. I mean, I feel bad more for Joe Flacco. Those 2 interceptions were not his fault.
Oh,
It
100%.
was
Yeah,
it
bobbled
was Cedric
passes.
Tillman literally bumping the ball up for Battle, the
And I think
DB
Judy
for
did the
Cincinnati.
other.
Yeah, it's just I could honestly. I don't. Flacco had a pretty decent game. Joe Burrow, man, that offensive line. I mean, I don't know if it's the offensive line or just Miles Garrett, because did you watch that drive where it was drop back sack, and then a drop back for a sack again?
I feel bad for Burrow. I mean, it's hard to separate Deshaun Watson Browns and Deshaun Watson Texans, but this is exactly how Deshaun Watson's career started off, just like Joe Burrow's. We saw some magic, electricity. He looked so good, but they do nothing to help him out. I don't get why he has to play this game from his back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, Joe Burrow's stat line, it's rough to look at, but again, I think it's just Cleveland does have a good defense. I think we are forgetting that. Miles Garrett obviously is a great wrecking ball, but They still have a good defense. So again, it's a divisional game. This is what I typically expect of these dogfights.
Burrow only averages 150 yards a game in these Browns matchups. So
So
yeah,
crazy.
that's just how it's going to work. It's a great freaking defense. So we're not going to freak out about the wide receivers. Chase Brown didn't have the best day, but the usage was absolutely it was all there. He got all
Yeah,
the carries, so I'm excited.
exactly. What about the Cleveland side? Dylan Sampson, dude, with
Yeah,
all the
buddy.
reception. I
Yeah,
know.
buddy. Okay, look, we got news. Judkins is signed. He'll be back with the team this week. I imagine we'll probably see him out there. I still don't care because this team can't run the ball, and that was my biggest issue with Judkins anyway. Is I just don't see the positive game script. But when you got an electric player like Sampson back there getting 8 targets, I mean, he was like him and Fannin were leading the way, the two rookies in targets.
I
Fannin
know.
was 7 for 9, and then Sampson 8 for 8. That is going to be money, folks. If you're in an 8-10 team league, he might still be on the waiver wire. I am going after him hard.
Yeah, I think I do. I think I know that they said that Judkins might not get suspended. I just kind of have a hard time seeing that. I think there could be a suspension at least, but regardless, like I want to see what happens when Judkins comes back in the lineup. I got to see it for another game. Samson's definitely going to be a worth picking up. And then wide receiver side for Cincinnati, you just chalk it up as it's a divisional game. Jamar Chase, obviously, it hurts. T. Higgins, it hurts too, but I'm not worried about it.
Your boy Tillman might be the most talented receiver on that team.
Dude,
And
I mean, out of the games he's played, he's outscored Judy 4 to 5 times.
and it's his first 3 targets. That's the most important thing to me when you look at those two. When it's him and Judy out there, he is getting the first 3 targets, and that's the big one of the big reasons. Like Juwan Jennings was so appealing to me this offseason. It's just like it's hard to fight those.
Cedric Tillman might be a start next week, man.
I think so too. I think he might be, especially in these bad games that they've got coming up. I'm really excited for him. Biggest question though, I really think I'm struggling not to overreact. David Njoku on the last year of his contract with the Browns, 3 for 6, 37 yards. Harold Fannin, the third round tight end that everybody's like, oh, he's like the fourth, fifth tight end drafted this year. Nobody wants it. He had not only a carry, but 7 for 9 and 93 yards, like 10 attempts,
I don't.
opportunities.
This is a coin flip. You can go spin your fab, but it could be Isaiah Likely all over again.
That was going to be exactly what I was going to point to. I
I'm
don't
just
think it's out of the
saying.
realm of possibilities because they talked about using him in the slot, using him out wide a lot this offseason. It's just hard to see the opportunity for a rookie. And he's what, 20, 21?
He's
Dude's
very
young.
young. Yes, he's very,
Very
very
freaking
young.
young. So I'm not dumping my fab, but he is definitely going to be on my waiver radar this week.
Yeah, and then Cincinnati side, I'm not putting any stock behind Noah Fant. Sorry.
Uh, no, no.
No.
Especially when like Gesicki just got paid. Yeah, I don't even want to
Yeah,
mess with
no,
that.
no. Well, thank you.
All right, you ready?
All right,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's go. We got a dub. We got a dub. Yeah, let's go. Indianapolis Colts take down the Dolphins. First win in what, 12 years that they've got an
Yeah,
opening.
2013.
So bad, so bad. And then Daniel Jones just comes out there, big dicking on campus. 22 for 29, 272, 7 carries, 26 yards, and 2 more tutties on the ground. We got a fringe QB1, I think, in single quarterbacks leagues, and a spanking good pick there in Superflex.
Yeah, good pick in Superflex. If you have like one of those like doubters, or you took Jared Goff as your QB1. Granted, we play Denver next week, so that's a little questionable. So I don't know about. I'd be hesitant. Jonathan Taylor had a. I mean, he was the bell cow for the most part. Got injured. He's supposedly fine with his neck. We'll see how that works out this week. Let's talk about Miami though for a second. Tua is
Why?
bad.
Tua's very
Tua is
bad.
bad.
Tua's
I,
very
I
bad.
I heard from my Dolphins fans that if you take away his first read, he's just a jag. Like if you just take that away, he's a jag. The fact that a defensive end dropped back into coverage, you got an interception, it should tell you a lot about Miami going forward. Over under week 5 firing for McDaniel.
I don't know if he makes it to 5. I don't know if he makes it to 5. Jameis
I
Winston needs to be traded for. They need to trade away Tyreek, and I just want to see Jameis, Waddle, and HN just light it up.
Yeah, Devon Chan saved you with a touchdown at the end. It was a BS touchdown, to be honest with you.
Freaking barely.
Yeah, I would be trading away Tyreek Hill.
For
I would sell him. I think this is a toxic. I think he's gonna get traded. I think
Your
he will be.
best case
Hmm.
scenario, he goes to Kansas City. I mean, come on, tell me that doesn't make sense though.
I just the cap space. I don't see it working out. He's got so much money on the cap. I don't know if he does get traded, but I'm trading away Tyreek Hill. I'm okay with Waddle still. I still think Waddle's fine. It just this offense is really rough, man. I On the cold side though, Pittman had a really good game.
Yeah, he
Let's talk.
did.
I mean, he'll be facing Sertan next week, so temper expectations. But the other guy,
Whew,
Tyler Warren.
whew, whew. You mean Big Brock Bowers? Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brock Bowers, that's old news now. We got Tyler Warren now. 1 carry, 3 yards, 7 for 9, and 76 yards. Man, he looked good out there.
he did, dude. He just dropped. He got into soft coverages. He ran over Matthew Judon. Like this guy is a complete player. I would again. He's someone to be targeting right now to go trade for. I doubt you'll be able to get him cheap, but I mean, if you can trade away Sam Laporta for him, or you can trade away the guys who are taken before him, I would definitely go do it.
My home league, my wife has Trey McBride and Tyler Warren. I'm about to get one of them.
Oh Jesus, collusion,
No, I
collusion.
freaking never trade with my wife in my home league because that's all they ever
Okay,
say is collusion. But this one, I'm
yeah,
going to
no
pull the
kidding.
trigger.
All
I,
right,
all right, let's talk about some disappointment here. 36 points. That is not what we were looking for, Panthers, Jags. Bryce Young, he needs to be benched. He does way better after he comes off of benching. So let's go ahead and do it week 2. Bring him back week 3, and then we can restart this crap because this is not what the Tampa Bay OC predecessor, battle should have been like.
yeah, I think Bryce Young is just bad. I
Bad.
think he's just bad. I think he is a perfect backup. I think he can do a lot of things great, but he also does a
Tua
lot
or
of things
Bryce
bad.
Young for your
Oh, Bryce
franchise.
Young. Bryce Young. Two is the scrambled eggs in the brain. I
Dude,
just
the seizure freaking celebration was so funny.
yeah, no, yeah, it's a Bryce Young for sure with Tua, but like this Carolina team is just gonna be very frustrating. Like Chuba, I think he's gonna be fine. Like they were like, oh, we're gonna make sure Rico Dowdle gets some work. That was not the case at all. Chuba was definitely on the field majority of the time. Tet's go by Tet right now.
Yeah.
Tet, his numbers, his metrics were great. He was getting open, separating. He's someone to go by, and that's about it out of this offense. Your boy Ja'Tavion Sanders was useless.
No, he wasn't. His quarterback was.
Yes.
Speaking of useless, let's talk about Brian Thomas Jr. there. 1 for 7 on receptions, 11 yards. Thank goodness he had a 9 yard carry to get him a touchdown to just not screw you completely. But this is a Trevor Lawrence problem because then you had Hunter who had
4 receptions. He had
four,
4 receptions, I believe. Yeah.
but like just minimal yardage. Like just wasn't deep stuff. And we've seen the jokes about Trevor Lawrence being one of the like highest. Like he targets his first read higher than any other quarterback over the last 3 years. I kind of was hoping that was a issue across like the programs he was in, the coaches he had, the development there. If anybody's going to fix it, it's going to be Liam Cohen. It's going to be adding another elite wide receiver there. So I'm not sure. Brenton Strange though, love the 4 for 459.
Yeah, I'm in a kind of a pickle here. I have a Kittle in one of my leagues, and I got to go pick up a tight end, so he might be one of them. But let's talk about Travis Etienne, though, dude. I
Yes,
mean,
70 yard carry.
you might have just gotten a RB2 in the ninth round. I None of the other backs look great. I mean, he looked most impressive. So,
Honestly, the fact that LaQuint Allen got work before Bigsby and Tootin, that blew me
yep,
away. Now, overall, Bigsby got 5 carries, Tootin got 3, LaQuint Allen just got 2 opportunities. But the 7th round rookie getting worked in there, he is probably the best pass catcher they have on the team, though.
yeah, I'm still okay on Brian Thomas though. Brian Thomas is an elite talent. I think he's gonna be fine. You were happy he got just the rushing touchdown at least because it
Yeah.
could have been really really bad. So again, the first week or two, it's rough. Wait to see what happens, and so we can get a little more data. But I think Brian Thomas is fine.
We got new coaches in the Raiders Patriots matchup. Geno Smith looked, decent enough. 360 yards, threw a touchdown. Drake May on the other side was not as exciting. I mean, really, the whole Patriots team was just not as exciting as I wanted it to be. Drake May 30 for 46, 280, and one of the worst. I feel like this is one of the worst defenses in the league. Maybe the Raiders are going to be coached up a little bit more, but I was expecting a little bit more out of the Patriots offense. 4 carries, 11 yards. Also had a reception for 2 yards that he had batted back and
I
caught.
saw that. That's funny. No, I mean Geno Smith's gonna. I think this is what I expected of Geno Smith like every week, like maybe 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, or a touchdown, no interception. Not as many yards, but I do expect this to be right around a stat line here for fantasy points. Drake May, their offensive line is still bad.
Yeah.
Like it's still bad. And I think Will Campbell, their first round pick, had a bum ankle going into this game. I don't know if he finished the game or not, but again, this is what you expected a year two of a quarterback learning a new system. It's going to take some time, so temper expectations. Let's talk about the running backs. Both rookie running backs in this game led their teams in respective carries, which was kind of nice to see.
There's nothing you can do about it. Like, you're not selling them. You're not freaking out. Yeah, it was not a great game, but
You got saved by the touchdown.
it's the first game. He's a rookie. Give it time. If you're freaking out, you don't deserve him.
Yeah, true. But Ramondre, I thought honestly, like I was like, okay, Ramondre is going to be, not bad and like get, make most of his effort, and it looked bad. Fabian,
Very bad.
yeah. So my stock on Ramondre is going down for sure after this game. Trayvon Henderson, though, I think it's going to be a slow burn progress. Like, look, I don't think there was any rookie running back that performed well besides Bill.
And even still, his was all right.
Yeah. So I'm done with the running backs here. Let's talk about the wide receivers, though.
Dude, what are
Jacoby
we
Myers.
doing here? Kayshawn Booty coming out there 6 for 8, 103. Diggs saved, like the second half was a lot better for Diggs. He ended up getting to 7 targets, 6 catches, 57. And then Demario Douglas just doing Demario. How does he have 2 catches, -2 yards, and a
-1.
touchdown?
That's such a weird stat line.
The
That is
weirdest thing.
Yeah, I mean, someone's going to overspend money on Kayshawn Booty. I genuinely believe that it's going to be a trio of those guys of Booty, Diggs, and Douglas, all kind of like one's going to have a more favored game. I think Diggs, this is about the safe stat line for him. I think this is what I expect every week out of Diggs. Just this really safe floor, nothing crazy. So,
and I think the upside with Diggs is I would trust him to be a little bit more touchdown. Like he'll be scoring more touchdowns as far as I'm looking at this wide receiver room. This wasn't really the game where they're scoring a lot, but I'm not. I don't think I'm chasing Booty at this point.
No,
Especially
I'm not
with
either.
Hunter Henry's there getting 8 targets. Henderson had 6 targets as well. Granted he threw 46 times. That's not going to happen every week, but
it might. It just might.
Wins. I'm betting the under right now on the Patriots. I was really
Yeah,
bullish on them.
I already did bet the under on that one, so I'm good there. On the wide receiver side, though, for the Raiders, Jacoby Myers, again, we talked about him a lot. We said he'd be a really safe wide receiver too, and that's what I expect out of him, man. I think that what you just saw, the stat line again, is what you're going to see on a consistent week-to-week basis with Geno under the helm.
Yeah, and then Brock Bowers got a little banged up in that game, so keep an eye on that.
He
Michael
only
Mayer
played 50% of the snaps, though.
Michael Mayer outsnapped the hell out of him in 12 personnel. We didn't see a lot of Brock Bowers, which was weird.
Really weird. And then the comments from
Chip Kelly,
head coach, well, Pete Carroll said we have 2 tight end ones. I'm just like, no, you have one, and then Mayer's a good tight end to have on your team.
He's a great trade piece there.
Yeah,
why don't you ship him off somewhere where he can go do something productive? Probably not the Cardinals or the Saints because they clearly have 2 productive tight ends there. This game 2013, it was a nail biter there at the end.
Honestly, I want to give kudos to Rattler. Rattler threw a really good ball at the end of the game, and Juwan Johnson should have probably caught it to go at least to tie the game or to win at the end. I mean, kudos to Rattler, though. I played a lot better of a game. Really, all it took was just having a competent offensive play caller to make him, I guess, somewhat. He just let everybody know
the line a few times too.
Yeah, like he looked confident. Like coming out of high school, he was the number 1 quarterback. So like there is that that pedigree there. But again, like I'm not starting him though. Don't care. Kyler Murray is about what I expected. So good. Ran a little bit, threw a little bit. Nothing crazy.
Kamara only 2 targets. I started reading some more stuff that this might be more of a regular thing. This is a different offense. So Kamara over on receptions isn't going to be a slam dunk this year.
No, not like last year.
No, not at all like last year. James Conner too. so pumped for him. He did get 4 targets, which was awesome. 12 carries. Trey Benson got quite a bit of work, including the was a 51-yarder he broke off.
Yeah, they said it. They said they were going to conclude Trey Benson. We all kind of just dismissed it, but it's a 60-40 split. But I still like James Conner week to week basis, though. He's just a more productive back.
The consistency there, I think, if anything, is just
Yeah.
giving more confidence in Trey Benson. Should be able to hold his own if something
hmm
happens to James. Marvin Harrison looking better.
Look
I'm
good.
gonna look away. I'm gonna look away because I don't want to pump him up too much. I want him to keep back at it.
No, I'm going to pump him up, but he looked good. I think you. I mean, this is great. I'm all in.
Chris Olave 7 for 13, 54. I just don't know. If it's
So
gonna get
upset. Did you hold on? Did you watch that final drive where they overturned his catch? Did you see what I saw? I thought he caught it. Like I didn't see where he dropped it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I figured we just had betting favorites on the Cardinals there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olave, I don't know. I wasn't really. I felt like there was a cap on his ceiling coming into this year, so this is just kind of what I worry. He's going to get plenty of opportunity. It's just worrisome.
I think he's an outperform ADP if he plays every game.
I want Shuck. Give me Shuck.
No, I think Rattler actually looked just fine. So, and then tight ends. Do you have any stock in Johnson though? Like want to pick him up on the waiver wire?
12 plus team leagues, sure, if you need to fill in for Kittle or if we get to the bye weeks and we're streaming, but like again, he threw 46 times, 8 for 11, 76. It wasn't bad. I just, it's streaming tight ends, folks. You're going to get excited. Don't spend too much because he's still going to burn you.
Yeah.
Best game on the weekend, 34-32. Steelers take down the Jets. Everybody saw this one coming. Rodgers throws 4 touchdowns. Field scores 3 touchdowns. And Breece Hall looked nasty out there. 19 for 107, 38 through the air. Dude, Breece started with 3 heavy runs right off the bat. And I'm like, where are my rankings? Where are my rankings? Damn it.
Hey, man. I mean, what a shootout of a game. Definitely, I was looking at that over under and I stayed away from it. I would have bet the under for sure. Then that was basically almost smashed at halftime. But Aaron Rodgers looked really good in this offense. He still is a stick figure, but if he just has time, guys are going to feast.
And DK Metcalf looked good too. 4 for 7, 83 yards. Calvin Austin was a great outlet for him as well when DK's being, he had the Sauce Gardner blanket on him, so that was understandable. I'm excited. Jonnu Smith, though, Pat Freiermuth, I get it. Jonnu had 6 targets and a touchdown. I want nothing to do with those two, though.
Yeah, but when you have Osama bin Arthur as a play caller, I think you have no choice but to have Jonnu Smith now. He really makes sure that he's featured.
Why is he putting in Kenneth Gainwell getting 11 freaking attempts?
Yeah, that backfield's gross. Like when they extended Warren, everyone's like, "All right, well, Warren's gonna be the guy." I don't know what you can do with this backfield, man. Caleb Johnson, I trade him. I don't think he's the field.
I don't think you can trade him right now. I think it's doom and gloom all over the backfield for the Steelers right now with Arthur. And then it was a fumble, right? Is that what he had?
Mild take for Johnson. I think you should. I think you should cut ties with him. I think you should cut him.
I wouldn't go out of my way to cut him this week.
I would,
based on whatever you can pick up on the waiver wire. Like I'm not just going to drop him for the hell of it, but I think within a week or two, it's going to be pretty consensus.
But hold on. Garrett Wilson though and Justin Fields had a nice little combo connection. Just want to point that out though. They look really good together.
Played together before.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know who thought.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, another one of those. Like I got fear. I shouldn't be allowed to touch my draft rankings the last week before kickoff because I pivoted and adjusted it and tinkered so much of my rankings that like I'm kicking myself now with the Breece and Garrett. I mean, one weekend, so that's not overreact. But like,
true.
This was supposed to be a hard matchup for him, and clearly wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of hard matchup, that's what the Giants are facing the rest of the season. 6-21. Commanders, they didn't handle them as well as I was hoping for, but that defensive line, they ain't messing around. Russell Wilson, cut his ass. 13 Reasons Why style, just cut him. Maybe not
the only problem though with that though is that like that offensive line is so terrible. So then Jackson Dart goes into that line, and he's just going to crumble.
He's got some wiggle to his waggle.
Yeah, but like the Washington D line isn't that great, and they got to Russell Wilson like it's nothing. So like I'm a little hesitant. The fact that they had to like wait to name him to be the starter for week 2 is alarming already off the rip. But yeah, this Giants team is I would I'd be selling some pieces like Malik Neighbors if you could.
I'd give it another game or two. Malik Neighbors is going to have an explosive game at some point. Like he doesn't need a good quarterback to break a tackle and
Yeah, but Russell Wilson's a bad quarterback. I think Tommy DeVito would have been better.
Well, you can still go get him. He's sitting at home with his mom. He ain't doing anything.
Yeah.
Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatabo. Cam Scatabo gave a great block. There was one time he just went in there and just gave it to the linebacker.
Yeah, they try to make him the goal line back, and he got 2 carries for -3 yards. So I don't expect much. Honestly, I don't know what to do with this backfield. Tyrone Tracy's the better back out of these guys, but like I don't even want to start him next week.
Yeah, I'm kind of. They've got a horrible schedule, especially these first few weeks. I'm
rough.
fading everything but Neighbors.
Yeah.
Krosky Merritt on the other side, 10 for
Bill.
82, a touchdown. Bill, yes, that's right. Our boy Bill. Can we still do it? No, we're gonna do it. Austin Eckler, 6 carries, 26 yards, 3 catches, 31 yards. I think Austin Eckler is going to be consistently a great flex play for you, especially where you got him in drafts. Krosky Merritt, I had a couple, we'll call them explosive plays. I really didn't think it was as explosive as everybody was hyping it up on Twitter, but either way, Debo is going to be involved in this team, and I think this might be a huge miss for me.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin. I think that, again, when you don't play in the preseason, you're getting ramped up. I think Debo is gonna be one of those like hot starts and slow fades at the end, and then Terry McLaurin's gonna come up in the end.
All right, we got a few more games to get through here, folks. We'll try and blast through them. Cam Ward, he had some promise. He moved around the pocket. I like the way he moved around. He didn't get like dry humps.
He looked really good against the best defense in the league. Like, to be honest, like his footwork looked great. It's just, again, Denver has a really good team on the defensive side. So
there you go.
Yeah, I wanted to preface that. They have a really good defense. So I mean, Cam Ward, though, I think I think it's going to be okay. It was a very rough week 1 game.
Yeah, Tony Pollard, kind of heavily expected. Chestnut, 2 carries for 2 yards. I swear I saw him carry the ball more than that. But
He was on the field more.
Yeah. Pollard definitely is going to. I mean, he's going to get the lion's share of this for at least 3 more weeks till Spears gets back. So he's going to be a pretty safe start as far as a low end RB2 with upside.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley got the blanket treatment from Surtain.
Surtain, yeah.
Can't really blame him there. Let's talk about Bo Nix though, and this Denver offense. We got something we didn't expect last year. We had low expectations. They blew him out of the water. So we're coming into this year looking for this, and like I believe both of us were talking about how there could be some regression overall in this offense.
Yeah, like it's week 1. Bo did look bad though. He looked like a rookie again. He looks like a week 1 rookie. So maybe it's just jitters and fears and everything else like that.
September.
Yeah, maybe it's just month by month basis for him. But like, you took him as your QB1. I'd be looking the waiver. Well, they play the Colts next week. I would just be kind of cautious with him.
Yeah, luckily right now it seems the quarterback position, at least in single QB, it's pretty deep as far as a good amount of streaming options. So you're not dropping them. I'm not freaking out. I want to see a good game from him before if I want to make a move.
8 carries for 18 yards looks like, right?
Yeah,
is that what it was?
They kept pretty well contained.
Yeah,
Dobbins though,
that's the one.
18 opportunities. Harvey had only 7. Dobbins, his day saved with that touchdown. It was looking so glum for me in my J.K. Dobbins stock for a bit.
Yeah. Again, I think J.K. Dobbins is going to be the lead back. I know R.J. Harvey, he had that 1 carry for like 40, 50 yards or whatever it was, and then everything else of that was just kind of like, it's whatever. I do expect J.K. Dobbins to. I think people are expecting R.J. Harvey to kind of slowly take over maybe later in the season, but for right now, I'm starting J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah. Evan Ingram, is he falling into streaming contention for you, or are you going to give him another week or 2?
He's hurt, so we need to wait to see what happens.
We'll check the injury stuff for you, folks. We'll keep you updated going into tomorrow for our waiver episode in case we got to pivot with Fannin. This game was gross. I did not believe that Purdy scored or CMC scored as many points as he did because
he did. It was great. As someone who's a CMC believer right now, it was refreshing to watch.
It didn't look good though, dude.
Nope, didn't care though.
Receiver for the Niners, except for Pearsall, hurt. including Kittle.
I don't know. The first drive looked really good because like Kittle's a difference maker for this team, man. Like all those catches you see, it's 4 for 28 and a touchdown happened literally on the first drive. The next drive he pulled his hamstring and it looked bad. He was literally limping after the game. I'm honestly expecting him to go on the IR.
Yeah, most likely, if they're gonna try and make a push later in the season, they need to give him the full 4 weeks, let him completely, because the chances of him re-aggravating are high.
Yeah, and then Juwan Jennings got hurt. They just signed Kendrick Bourne to a 1-year, $5 million deal. It's looking rough in San Francisco already.
But it's also gonna look like the Ricky Pearsall CMC show. The Pearsall
Yes.
4 for 7, 108 yards. CMC 22 carries, 10 targets. We saw B Rob going out there. He 11 opportunities, but when you have to rely on the backfield, CMC's not going to be getting 40 touches a game. So,
No, and they don't want to do that with the calf.
oh my god. So Sam Darnold was mediocre.
Hold on, let's point out something here really quickly for Sam Darnold. He had 150 yards thrown. Hey,
Uh-huh.
how many yards did JSN have?
All but 26. It's freaky. That's yeah. So Sam Darnold played horribly. Somehow JSN is gonna manufacture some points still. 9 for 13, 124. Nobody else did anything, including Ken Walker. 10 carries, 20 yards, 3 for 3
Your
on
boy
receptions, and then Zach Charbonnet, 12 47 a
looked better.
touchdown. Look, I'm still waiting for all
Are
the
you
data to
panicking?
update, folks. So I'm gonna bring it to you tomorrow. But I swear, every time I saw Ken Walker hitting behind the line of scrimmage, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and it happened a lot last year. But he broke.
But
I'm
what
this
happened to
offensive line is
Charbonnet
shit.
though? Well, Charbonnet was doing just fine. Do you
Well,
think it's biased? You think they don't like Ken Walker?
I think it's bias. Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
the offensive
okay.
line likes him, and I think they don't block well for him. They don't block well. Period. I think they actually
Mm,
try for Charbonnet. I don't know.
okay.
I am. He's in my fear category. I'm not freaking out,
Oh, I'm panicking.
but I
I am
am.
panicking if I have Ken Walker.
No, because Charbonnet gets hurt regularly too, so that's kind of what I'm leaning on.
I do not care. I'm still panicking. Brother, it's freaking rough.
It's rough. I mean, this game was
Bad.
awful. Awful is what it was. Detroit scores 13 points, barely. It was a pity touchdown that they got. Jordan Love wasn't anything crazy, but he didn't have to
The
be.
defense is really good. The
Defense is
defense
trash.
is really good for Green Bay. So, Jared Goff, I think my belief that Ben Johnson was a really good play caller is very much intact, and I think this is the means of regression for this team. I don't expect it to be this bad week going week 4. I think Packers have a really good defense, but
Yeah.
it's going to look rough for Detroit.
Yeah, I agree. Their next couple matchups, what are we looking at? Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not starting anything outside of Gibbs, Montgomery, and Amon Ra confidently.
I
Um,
mean, Tesla's going to get a lot more run. They just said it today. So,
yeah, I mean, he made a flashy play in the preseason. What did he do last night? He made a flashy play. Only one target, 13 yards, barely got the touchdown in. I'm not rushing to waiver wires for him, I guess is where I'm sitting. I don't think this offense is going to have enough power to support 3 wide receivers,
no, I'm
possibly
not
a tight
even.
end, and
No.
there's running back. So I get it. It's cool. It's fun. He's going to make some DFS alignments for me. Sure. He's an Alec Pierce.
Yeah. Jacobs, that touchdown saved your day because he was just getting stuffed at the line. It was kind of crazy.
I think he had 4 yards going into halftime.
Yes, it was like
Yeah,
8 attempts for 4 yards. I
very
have a
good.
lot of Jacob stock that touchdown saved you, but again, he is the only guy they trust to carry the ball. So all still starting week to week. Let's talk about the wide receivers. Are you ready for this? 73% on the field was Romeo Dobbs.
Yep.
Dontavian Wicks was 41. Matthew Golden was like 50, and then Jaden Reed was 38% on the field.
So everything's the same as what we talked about all summer.
Wide receiver by committee, except for Tucker Craft, who's on the field 92% of the time.
Yeah,
So,
that's the guy you want in this offense. Jaden
yep.
Reed, I get it. 3 for 5, 45 and a touchdown. I'm selling it. I'm selling it
Yeah.
because he's going to have plenty more of these games, but he's going to have plenty of duds as well. You're not always going to know. Golden's going to come on. We're going to get really. If Golden's breaking off a 60-yard touchdown every 2, 3 games, that stops the drive right then and there. So that means nothing else for Jaden Reed after that to happen. We know
Hmm.
Romeo Dobbs is going to be a target hog in this offense for whatever it can be in this offense. So, yeah, sell Jaden Reed on the high.
Yeah.
Or you got him cheap. roll the dice if you really need
Yeah, I'd keep him.
to. But yeah, like you said, Detroit not looking pretty. Kind of like the Texans. Hey, you want to sell all of the pieces from the worst offensive line? They got better, right? No,
No,
no.
no. The Texans. This like I'm trying to hold the bias back from being, for them. I will say this much though: the offensive line is really, really bad.
Very bad.
Granted, the Rams have a really great front seven, but it doesn't get better for Houston somehow. For this, this is going to look really, really, really rough.
Yeah, they got Tampa next week, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Baltimore, and then going into their byes. So a couple decent matchups, but hey, Tampa's got a good front up front. Jacksonville's got a good up front, and Tennessee does too. So maybe this isn't going to be as cakewalky as it should be. Nick Chubb, 13 for 60. I'm out on these running backs over here, man. I want nothing. Like I get Nick Chubb's me grounded pound you in some positive game scripts to some RB2 numbers, but ugh.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough start. Maybe they're really waiting back, but the receivers, man, like Nico looked bad. It was just rough all around. But for the wide receiver, like the Rams, this is what I expect for the Rams on this side.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford, same stat line. Kyron, getting a rushing touchdown. Puka getting all the work, playing violent, getting a concussion, then coming back. And then Devontae Adams. I expect a little more work from Devontae Adams, but this is about what I expect from the Rams.
I think it's going to be more. Devontae Adams was 4 for 851. I think more regularly it's going to be 4 for 851 and a touchdown. Like I don't see him regularly breaking that 70-yard clip. That's going to be Puka's game.
Yeah.
Adams' best chances he's going to finish the year hopefully around 10 touchdowns.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about the tight ends.
Nope.
Fuck them.
There's nothing to talk about.
And then last night we touched on it
What
at
a
the
game.
opening. The game, 40-41. This game almost wasn't as good as the Jets and Steelers, weirdly enough. But yes, they did give us a little bit more thunder.
Yeah, when it was 40-25 with like 6 minutes left, and then it was like a 0.9% chance for Buffalo to win this game, and they somehow won it. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Did you see the guy with 200K on the Ravens?
I did see that. I had $50 in the Bills, and I was like, oh well, I just lost $50, and then I was like, there's just no way I won.
Yeah, I was pulling for the Baltimore. I was pulling for Ravens because now we're going to get into the playoff time, and they might have just lost out on home field.
I was telling my wife this. I was like, before it was 40-25, I was like, man, this is the team this year for the Ravens. Like going into Buffalo, making a statement win, like they're going to be Super Bowl favorites, and then somehow just Buffalo wins this game. I'm still going to buy in on my take, though. I think it was just a bad 5 minutes of football for the Ravens. But
and we see the Bills do that every year in the playoffs to the Chiefs. They play really well in the last 5 minutes. They just freaking crumble. So, first game of the season.
Okay, well, it's just Lamar and Josh Allen did Lamar and Josh Allen things. So you're excited about them.
Oh, 100%.
Derrick Henry did Derrick Henry things. Their age is never going to be there.
Fucking superhero. Dude, that isn't human things he's out there doing. The fumble, that was a human thing. But, like, the stiff... Dude, okay, you're the big stiff arm where he threw the guy on the ground?
Yes, the rookie.
You know that guy jumped early purposely because he didn't actually want to have to make contact. He's like, I'm going to be in the air, and Derrick Henry can just throw me down. Because otherwise he's going to hit him and bounce off even harder. Like, it looked like because he slaps the ground afterwards as if, oh, damn, I really thought it was going to work. Oh, man, dude, no, you knew you were about to take a bite of that dirt.
Yeah, no, like Lamar and Josh Allen did their thing. Derrick Henry and James Cook did their things. Zay Flowers, though.
He did some things.
And then Keon Coleman. Is he the guy? Is he the guy?
I'm going to hold... man. If he's out on your waiver wire, if you're in a shallow enough league, yeah, I'm going to go make a move for him. 8 for 11, 112 on a touchdown. But do we get this consistently? I guess that's my biggest fear.
He was the first read, man.
Oh, yeah, Khalil Shakir. I know he's coming off the injury. He was cleared. He wasn't as.
I'm still holding Shakir. I think he's a good full point PPR guy. But
this was out of character for Coleman. This was a way better game than we've ever seen.
Holy crap, though. Let's talk about the tight ends really quickly before we get off here. Mark Andrews, panic.
Is it 2024?
Yeah, seriously. At least you got a point this time.
No, I don't think we should be mad at this. What did we say back in late July? Don't take mid-round tight ends. Don't take mid-round tight ends. All of a sudden we're like, Oh, let's take Njoku. Let's take Ingram. Let's take Andrews. What the hell were we talking about for 3 freaking months? This is our fault. This is Marvin Harrison, rookie ADP, all over again. Folks, you mad at Andrews, you should be mad at yourself. You don't take the tight ends in that area.
Yeah, and of course the guy who's like in double-digit rounds for tight end Dalton Kincaid has a game.
Are you biting on that?
I might. If
46 attempts, and he got 4 of them.
I mean, they got to go through the waivers here. I think I probably pick him over Fannin right now.
Probably, I would probably do that just because the team's significantly better. But
yeah,
either way, folks, we're streaming tight ends on this show. Unless you got the big 4, big 3, we're streaming. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, he's not going to be
what a
much
catch
for fantasy, but that was nasty.
That was a great catch.
One-handed touchdown in the end zone. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, just being a support blanket for Lamar's fantasy points is all he's doing there. Nice. All right. Anybody else you want to highlight before we get out of here?
No, that's it, man.
Folks, that's it. Week 1 reactions, they're gone. Make sure you come back tomorrow afternoon. We'll be dropping our waiver wire episode, getting you ready for the first week of those waiver wire pickups. Because, folks, try not to be dramatic here. Probably one of the most pivotal pickup weeks there is. It's this week and next week. We were waiting for information. That's what we just got. We got information, so we're going to dive into there. So make sure you're back with that. Brennan, before we get out of here, where can the people find you?
You can find me on X at Too Much B-Mulk.
And then here, all here, folks. YouTube,
True.
Podcast, other stuff.
Yep.
It's at @too_much_Brian. If you're looking for me, at @too_much_Brian everywhere but X. But we're getting out of here. Like, subscribe, do us that thing, drop some comments, tell us where we went wrong, tell us how you're feeling, tell us about those matchups, and if you're going to make it through Monday.
Deuces.
Later.